A sport that I just never really lived without. I kind of was born into it.
Jessica Mendoza has baseball in her blood. The daughter of a community college coach in Southern California, Mendoza grew up in dugouts, learning the ins and outs of the game.
I mean, also just chasing balls and learning about chewing tobacco and all the things that like a 2-3-year-old girl probably shouldn't be.
At a young age, she played everything from soccer, volleyball, to even track and field, but found her passion on the diamond, even if that meant competing with the boys.
I was able to really excel early within baseball, which is why it was cool to play with the boys, and there was never like a problem because as long as I could hang, there was no like, oh, she's a girl.
But a natural transition to softball came as she started to think about the next level, and Stanford became the top destination.
And I got there and it was way overwhelming. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, how did I get in here? I would walk around with a mini dictionary because literally like people in class would use words that I was like, I have no idea what that means, and just like constantly. And I'm like, I'm not smart enough, like I'm not good enough.
But Mendoza was more than good enough. She became one of the greatest college softball players of all time, earning first-team All-American honors all 4 years at Stanford. And despite the accolades and success, Mendoza still didn't see the greatness others did.
I very much lacked the true ability to look in the mirror and see the talent that was there.
So following her incredible run in college, Mendoza joined the U.S. Olympic softball team, where she found the swagger she'd been looking for.
You need that extra like swag, that ability to walk up to the plate and be like, I am the best player out here and you cannot get me out. And I definitely lacked that early on and was lucky enough to just continue to get better. But when you have both, the humility at practice, so like get after it because you're not very good, but then you step on the field game day and you're like, there's nobody better, that combination is the absolute best.
Mendoza would help lead Team USA to a gold in Athens in 2004 and a silver in Beijing in 2008. But before the team's journey to gold in Athens could even begin, tragedy struck as their head coach's wife died alongside the team before heading overseas.
She died in front of us. We were all at the airport together. It was super traumatic, especially because we were so close. She traveled with us, so she was there when she died. And it was sudden. It was a brain aneurysm, and so it wasn't like she was sick or anything. She was right there. We were boarding a plane, and then she was gone.
But Mendoza and her teammates used the tragedy as a rallying cry.
Anyone who knows that's gone through anything traumatic, death, sickness, it definitely brings people together in a way because you're very vulnerable. You know, you're crying, you're upset, you're questioning a lot of things, and you're forgetting about a gold medal. Like the perspective completely changes, and it allowed our team to really bond.
So after winning at the highest level in the world and representing her country in multiple Olympics, what was left for Mendoza after softball? The worldwide leader in sports had an idea.
And I remember it was after one of our World Cup games that was on ESPN. We just played China, and the producer came up and was like, you got all this energy and passion for the game. Would you ever consider commentating for ESPN? And I kind of laughed in the moment because, you think, okay, I need to have a journalism degree, like some sort of background.
And just like anything else Mendoza set her mind to, life behind the mic became second nature. Some work with college and the Little League World Series led to becoming a Major League Baseball analyst, which some disagreed with.
But I did not see that coming. It was a whole other level of reaction, and I think people reacting more to the negative too. And like, are you okay? Like someone told you to, go back to the kitchen, or they told you to die, or they told you, and you're kind of like, but this is all so ridiculous in my mind.
Mendoza would not only excel, she would make history, becoming the first full-time female announcer in baseball history. A title she says some fathers watching questioned, but ultimately understood.
It was more of, hey, so I was watching your game and I was like, why is there a woman here? She should be gone. I hated it. I hated having a woman in my sport, my pastime. But then I turned and saw my daughter for the first time watching a baseball game with me. And I realized, oh, I get this now.
So now the mother of two is hoping to show her own kids and thousands of others across the world that mom can still compete with the boys.